Many couples, when they come in, they're so frustrated, they're so emotionally distant from an emotionally elusive partner that they feel like the main thing they need to work on in their marriage is communication. And they'll come in and they'll say that, we need more help with our communication. Communication is a broad topic. And it could be communication in sexuality, it could be communication about feeling loved, it could be communication about how we talk about our families, how we talk about ourselves, about our dreams. It's important that when you're really listening and communicating with your partner, that you know the exact areas you guys are having trouble with. And I think for many people, they're having trouble with general communication. It's like their partner doesn't connect with them. It's almost as if their partner is intimately afraid to connect through their words. Now, for some people, they express themselves well. They lay their heart on their sleeve. Everybody knows where they stand. Other people are not like that. They're more introspective. They're more guarded. They've been hurt, and it shows. They don't let anybody in. And if you're dating that kind of person, it can be frustrating. I want to give you signs of what to look for if a person is emotionally elusive before we go on to tell you what you can do to kind of help prepare that, help fix it so they will at least start opening the door to let you in, okay? They can't describe their emotions. They struggle with showing affection. They aren't comfortable talking about their emotional issues. So if they have emotional issues, they seem to feel shamed or embarrassed or humiliated by them. They don't give you emotional support. They don't know how. They really aren't comfortable with emotions. They become defensive when you bring up issues about the relationship. So the only thing they know of is when you bring something up, they jump into, it's my fault, and they'll get defensive about it. They become, they're not able to validate your feelings, so they invalidate them. They say things like, what they're trying to do is cheer you up. So if you say, I'm really down today, they'll say, oh, did you see this? Like they'll totally change topic so that you don't have to feel down. It doesn't feel that way when you're in it. It feels like you're disconnected, like this person doesn't get you at all. And that's actually the opposite of what they're trying to do. They are often too busy to spend quality time with you. They don't want any deep talk. They're uncomfortable with it. They will change the topic. And the relationship is usually one-sided and pretty superficial. If you think you love this person, if you see things the two of you share and you want it to work, I'm going to give you some things you can try. However, I am going to suggest that you reflect on this very, very carefully in the beginning, especially if this is someone you're dating. Because if you're with someone who is very emotionally uncomfortable being in their own skin and being able to relay that to you, express that to you, their most significant other, there's going to be all kinds of issues that happen in your relationship. Now, when you assess that, the other thing that it's important to think about is it possible that I could be in this person's inner circle or work to be in this person's inner circle where I would be protected? They would see me as more of someone they could trust, so they would open up to me. Yes, that is possible. And that's why I'm giving you this list of what will make that possible for you. Counseling will probably be the best thing you can do because the counselor sees both of you and what you're doing. But if you're going to try and do it DIY, do it yourself project, then these are going to be the tools for you to do in the future. Okay, the first thing is it's important that you accept the differences. A lot of times what we do is we try to coax our partner into how we are. So open, expressionable. We tell it like it is. We say what we feel. And remember, they weren't raised this way. They aren't this way. And so rather than trying to pull them into your world, accept their world and try to be so accepting that they will start trusting you to share, to bring you into their world so that they will be open and vulnerable with you. Secondly, don't demand connection. Ask them, would you like to get together tonight? Could we go on a date night tonight? The more you ask for permission, the more you're showing them respect for what's going on in their head, the more they're going to trust you and align with you. Thirdly, give them some space. If they say, I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed, I think I need some space, that may mean some of those feelings are starting to unwrap in their head. And as they're unwrapping, it can present real chaos in their mind. So allow them that space to kind of get clear about that, and then hopefully they'll trust you enough and they'll start relaying that to you. Try not to criticize them. You're trying not to put them on edge or make them defensive. You're saying, I accept where you are. This part is very hard for me. The more open and vulnerable and I statements you make, the less criticized they're going to feel, the more likely they're going to let you in. And lastly, focus on your own goals. Don't make this connection your number one goal. Like, we're going to go after this now. We're going to figure this out, and I am going to be close to you. When you force something, rather than just focusing on your own goals, on what turns you on doing what brings you purpose in your life, then it's going to be really chaotic because you need to focus on you. And the relationship will unfold as long as you're using the other suggestions that I made earlier in here. So good luck with this. If you have any questions or comments, I'd really like you to leave them on this specific video, because I think this is a hot topic right now and something many couples are going through. If this is helpful to you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thanks a million.